Shoot, where did I get that remote from? Thank you, Astro. You're such a helpful robot. Scoot, I gotta review this video for this robot vacuum. Thank you, Astro. Hello, how's it going, guys? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Well, the kiddos back in school and we do some cool new robot vacuum videos for you guys today. So today we have the 360S9. You may have seen this little guy on my channel a few years back, but this is one of my personal favorite robot vacuums. Yes, it doesn't have self-emptying, it doesn't have the fancy mopping station, but it really brings the core of what a robot vacuum should do, and that's cleaning. Alright, let's just go ahead and get started. There's some unique features that the 360S9 has. So can it compete with the big boys? Let's find out. Now, one thing to start with is the box itself is pretty plain. So hopefully someday 360 will have a nice colorful box, but that's just a minor gripe. Robot vacuums come in all different shapes, sizes, and forms. They have LiDAR, they have cameras, they have gyros, but one thing they have in common is they lack personality.
Make it sound like a cow.
This guy does mop, it does vacuum, and I believe the runtime's around 180 minutes, and the suction's 2,650 pascals. Now, what makes this guy unique is it has LiDAR navigation, but also has a handheld remote. A lot of these smart robot vacuums, they actually do not include that. So I'm glad that 360 has this feature. So let's go and show you the box here. Let's see how I can do this on my kitchen table or counter. Let's see. Hopefully I do this without knocking stuff over. That's what I just do it from the side here. Alright, so it looks like the 360 had no problem with this challenge, was able to free itself from the short string and also from the long string, and this short string down below shouldn't be an issue as well. So I had the robot set to twice, so it does a long pattern and a short pattern. Also, the robot vacuum was on its max power mode, so we'll see how many beads it picked up. I was surprised how well the robot vacuum kept track of where it needs to clean and where it should clean. Also, the ability to untangle itself was quite impressive. Also, dealing with that lip up to the left. Okay, let's keep on going.
The cleaning task has been completed. I'm going to get started.
Up this flappy lid here. That's a little 200 milliliter water tank. Okay, don't use daily coffee creamer. It's not a good idea. No chemicals, just warm or cold water. Alright, so I got my water reservoir filled up. Just slide in the robot. Let's get mopping. Okay, so one tip, if you're using the mopping module, make sure you place the charger on a hard surface, so when the robot's done, it will have an easy time going back to the docking station with the mopping module. Also, you notice the cleaning pattern is very similar to the vacuuming pattern. Yes, it's the exact same. Whoa, 360S9, you're already done? Wow, that's amazing. You mopped my hardwood floors and my carpet. I'm just mind-blowing. Alright, so yes, you can put a no mopping zone right there. So I highly recommend that, or you could end up with soggy carpets. Okay, so one unique feature. To remove the mopping plate, it's just a single one-handed job. Yep. There you go.
The water tank has been removed. I'm exiting the mopping mode.
Looks Oh no, there's some dirt debris, but I did previously vacuum these floors and mop these floors. So these are designed for light mopping tasks. Quickly spin around the robot. But here's the sonar sensor. What's great about sonar is it's not affected by black objects or clear objects like infrared sensors, so it could detect a wide range of obstacles. And what's great about sonar is if you're worried about privacy, like on a camera system, well, sonar won't display any images or live video feeds. So that's one nice feature. Alright, let's see how well the sonar sensor works. Well, it looks like the 360S9 is not a big fan of unicorns. Push off that one away. And it also pushed away sparkles like it was nothing. Oh, poor sparkles. Anyways, make sure you smash that like button. Yep, you see that pillow down there? Big old thumbs up really helps out this video. We'll see how quickly the 360S9 realizes that this is a dead end and has to take an alternate route. So the navigation algorithms are very similar across most vacuums. So with the 360S9, quickly realized that this path is blocked, so there's an alternate path through my dining room area. As the robot's going around, it will actually program in its map in real time where these objects are, so if it ever does the same path again, it will actually avoid this area next time, so it creates a more efficient route. Most modern vacuums have the capability of performing this task, creating an alternate route. So one thing I do off camera is called reliability. So what I do is I have the robot vacuum go to the same location over and over multiple times, and I see how well the map holds up. So if the robot vacuum has poor map memory management, the map will over time get obscured, or you may see a rotation of the map. Unfortunately, the first Roblox S5 experienced that, and the map over time degraded, so it would require a new map. But thankfully, the 360S9's map stayed rock solid. So the next time I ran the 360S9, it actually remembered its route and it avoided that hallway and went straight to the bedroom. Okay, so the route was about the same except it took the second chair leg over the first one, but it was able to get between both chair legs. Okay, so here's the next challenge. This wooden chair leg, there's actually no space between either side of the robot, so in theory the robot vacuum shouldn't be able to get through this chair leg, but I wanted to test how aggressive the robot vacuum is. Does it give up easily, or does it try to push its way through? I was actually surprised how well the 360S9 did. It doesn't like to give up easily, and it kept trying to push its way through the chair leg, so that's something to consider when buying a robot vacuum. And now, look at this. Yes, the wife came home unexpected, so hopefully she's not too mad at me. Well, I better buy some flowers or chocolates or something. Okay, so it looks like the 360S9 was able to push through, and you can see it create an alternate path. I don't know if this is cheating or not. Now, what's interesting is there's actually two containers. You got your water tank up front here, and you got your dustbin in the back. I will recommend removing the little foam protectors here. This prevents the bumper from moving during shipment. Now, this robot does charge from the rear here, so it kind of scoots back, and the contacts are right there. And this is your exhaust vent for the motors. Okay, so this is a traditional looking robot. You got your single side brush with 3 arms, a few cliff sensors, and I'll show you the extractor bar right here. Your traditional extractor bar, you got your silicone, your bristles, and one thing I like to do is just see if the ends get removed, and yes they can. So a nice benefit of that is it allows you to clean the hair off pretty easily. So the robot's set to its max power mode at 2200 pascals, and it has the airflow around 24 CFM. Lastly, I have the robot set to clean this area twice. So someone commented I should add a fancy spec sheet, so here it is, so feel free to pause the video to read the spec sheet. When choosing a robot vacuum, there's a lot of things to consider. How big is your floor plan? Do you have multiple levels? Do you have pets? Do you have a lot of furniture and obstacles? Do you have pets that shed long dog hair? So if you said yes to any of these things, like if you have a really large house, I would recommend a smart LiDAR-based robot vacuum, but unfortunately not all LiDAR-based robot vacuums are created equally. So with the 360S9, I did find that the navigation's up there with the Roblox. You can see it can handle these types of furniture, kind of navigates around the chair legs. Also the long side brush does a really good job clearing the debris away from your baseboards and other objects. And like the Roblox, the side brush is speed sensitive, so it goes along the baseboard. There's a dedicated wall sensor which will speed up the side brush to help kick away the dirt and debris from the baseboards. And then in the open area, the side brush slows down so it doesn't scatter the debris too much. Well, did you notice that the 360 S9 changed its cleaning pattern, yes, now it's going the other direction, which is a great feature. This is something I don't find on many, vacuums. Okay, so let's talk about all the features I can list on the top of my head. So this guy has no mopping zones, keep out zones, you have area select, you have room select, you also have room sequencing, so the robot can go to the rooms you selected first. You also have the ability to do 2 cleanup jobs. You have the ability to have the robot clean the area twice with a crisscross pattern. You also have 3 water levels, you have 4 power settings. The battery life runs up to 180 minutes, and finally you have the auto recharge and resume features. Wow, that's a handful. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how much the dustbin weighs, and we're looking at 8.815 ounces, so it did a 93%. Not too bad. If you don't like the way the robot cleaned out the first time, you can also have the robot go back out and clean again. But looks like this dustbin was quite full, so it could have not been able to pick up all the dirt and debris since the dustbin was so full. But the robot itself did a fairly good job picking up the majority of the dirt and debris. Here's that extra side brush. And probably my favorite feature of all, toss that out of there, is the handheld remote. So yes, a lot of these robot vacuums do not include a remote. They rely on the app, but I'm so glad that 360 has this cool remote. So with this remote, you can actually steer the remote robot vacuum to a specific area to clean. You can do a spot cleaning. You also can tell it to go back to the docking station. And finally, you can change the power levels all with the remote. You don't need an app or anything. It's right here, so very cool. Well, fall is quickly approaching, and I better get out there and enjoy the last few days of summer while I still can. Alright, so how does the 360 S9 stack up to the competition? Okay, so for 2022, a lot of the competition are going with self-emptying, self-washing models, and they're also offering a lot of app features and more advanced navigation options. Now, this may be great for some users, but I think most users would just want a robot vacuum that can clean and mop effectively. And I believe the S9 just does that. It's not the most powerful, and it doesn't have the best navigation, but since it's a little more aggressive and it's able to fit through tighter corners and areas, I think the S9 would be great for someone who wants to roll a vacuum where they can start without using the app, just use the remote control. Also, maybe someone who doesn't need the self-emptying or self-washing features. Now, if you're looking for a good deal, I'll put the website down below where I got this model from. But if you could also look at the S5, it's another good option. So thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have any questions, you know where to reach me. You can reach me at nate2003@comcast.net. Or I'll put a link down below to the website I got this guy from. And thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. My long-term subscribers, thank you so much. And if you're new to the channel, stick around because a lot of cool robot vacuums and other products coming down the pipeline on this channel. So stick around. I think December is one of my busier times, so I should have some pretty cool products. All right, so be safe out there. I'll catch you next time. All right, I think I said enough, so I'm just going to stop right there. All right, bye-bye.